In 1872 Georgia, a court ended a land trial in less than 2 hours. A witness stepped forward to tell the truth. That night, he disappeared. Years later, a hidden testimony was found in county records. The question is, did the court ignore the truth or erase it? Georgia, 1872. The Civil War had ended just 7 years earlier, but in towns across the South, the conflict had not disappeared. It had simply moved into courtrooms. Land ownership had become one of the most dangerous disputes in Reconstruction-era Georgia. Small farmers, freedmen, and returning soldiers were trying to reclaim land, but powerful landowners were doing the same. And in many counties, the law did not always decide who won. Power did. The case began with a small piece of land outside a rural county courthouse. A farmer claimed the land had been taken illegally during the war. The landowner argued otherwise. He had documents, he had influence, and more importantly, he had connections inside the county. The case should have taken days. There were records to review, witnesses to hear. But something unusual happened. A man came forward. Not a lawyer, not a landowner, a witness. And what he knew could change everything. The courtroom was crowded that morning. Farmers stood along the walls. Clerks shuffled papers. The judge entered quietly, and the trial began. At first, it moved like any other case. Documents were presented. Arguments were made. Then the witness was called. He stepped forward slowly. He carried no papers, only what he had seen. He began to speak, and almost immediately, he was interrupted. The judge raised his hand. Objections followed. The witness tried again, but each time he spoke, he was cut off. Murmurs spread through the courtroom. People noticed. Something was wrong. Within 2 hours, the trial was over. No full testimony, no extended argument, just a ruling. The land belonged to the powerful man, and the case was closed. That evening, the witness was seen leaving the courthouse. Some said he looked nervous. Others said he was angry. But everyone agreed on one thing. He intended to return the next day. He never did. By morning, he was gone. No one saw him leave town. No one reported hearing from him again. His name disappeared from conversation. And from the record, the court documents made no mention of him. It was as if he had never existed. Years later, long after the case had faded from memory, a researcher began reviewing county archives, old cases, old land disputes, old records. That's when something unusual appeared. A document that did not belong. It was a testimony, signed, dated, but never filed in the official record. The name on the document matched the missing witness, and what it described changed everything. The testimony described land manipulation, pressure inside the courtroom, and a process designed to move quickly before the truth could be heard. If the witness had been allowed to speak, the case may have ended differently. But he wasn't, and after that day, he was never seen again. During Reconstruction, many cases were decided quickly, not always fairly, and not always completely. So the question remains, was the trial rushed to protect power, or was the truth removed before it could ever be heard?